What an awesome day. Nice and sunny, dry roads, and it's actually warm. At least with all your bike gear on and stuff, it's actually warm. I didn't actually check the temperatures, but it's meant to be around 10 degrees today. So there we go, out for a ride. Still a bit windy, as you may have noticed then, but I thought you might like to look over that lake and stuff. That look really awesome with the sun shining on it. But we'll get this video started in a bit. Let's just get to some nice roads. I'll see you in a bit. Have a bit more fun now we're on the dry roads. As long as I keep an eye out for those dirt patches and oil and shit. I'm going to go down there. I've seen taxi drivers come down there before and they come out at the end where I want to be going, so have a little look. I guess mainly for the people who live there, but it's a road, so it's public, I guess. Just stay off the main road. Or keeps you off the main road, I mean, that's what I meant to say. That's cool to know though, in case you want to go this way and there's a lot of traffic about. I suppose that's handy then, but still have to be careful merging onto the slip road then. Looks okay. Triple double check. That's all new, I think. What's that checkered flag about? Do I want this one? I'm going to go this one. Yeah, right. Nope. And I went down the fucking wrong road anyway. I'm sure it didn't say dead end, so we'll have a look. What an umpty. I just wanted to make sure I didn't go back onto the main road. But I think I saw dead ends around here. Oops. First get to turn round. It's probably awesome living around there. It's probably super quiet. Feel a bit of a numpty now. Gonna have to pass that woman again. Just looked down at my dash and realised I've got 4 miles to go until, well, 3.9 now. It just went to 2,996.1 miles done on this bike. Don't seem a lot for how long I've had it now really, but that's mostly city riding and through country lane rides when the weather's nice, and to hospital and back 3 times a week. For the most part there's only been about 3 times last winter where the weather was bad enough for me to have to bus. I haven't bussed once this winter. Been pretty lucky really. We had a bit of snow at one time and ice and everything everywhere, but the next day that had all melted and gone. So luckily that was on a day that I didn't have to go to hospital. Don't really even know where I'm going. I've come from this way before, but I thought I'll go out this way, see if I can find some cool little roads. I'll go on ride. Means it's quite nice. So very soon we'll be at 3,000 miles on this bike. But in a few months I will be selling it. So I really have got to get a bigger bike so I can venture out further, maybe going on some meets and stuff with other motovloggers if possible. We'll see, I don't know about that. It's a lot of them are so far away, might not be possible really even with a bigger bike, but we'll see. I wanted to talk a little bit again today. I have sort of touched on a subject. As you can tell, and you probably think, why aren't you talking about it yet? Because you know from the title what I want to talk about. I thought I'd touch on the subject again. Mad old church or something. I thought I'd touch on the subject again about this demonetisation thing and stuff. I have sort of touched on it a bit like a year or so ago when I was that first sort of like came about and everyone started getting paid less, and damn it. Actually, I'm going to go across there and get into them side roads. Cool, nice. Couple of cruisers out on the road with their super sport mate. I don't want to stay on the main roads, man, so I'll just jump down here quickly, get off and see where I go, see where I end up. Yeah, I wanted to talk a bit about it again because that is a bit confusing about why YouTube are demonetising a lot of YouTubers' videos and that. There's a lot of been learning about that, and the pay for YouTubers is down quite a bit as well, and if you're used to getting paid a decent amount of money, that must be pretty frustrating. That's a bit odd. I could go down that lane, do some green laning. Well, this is just going into a car park. That's a bit weird. I thought it was just a country lane. Yeah, I thought so. Parking road. That's a pretty big parky bit. Can you get out the other end? Get out of there and carry on. Yeah, so I think there's a bit of a confusion about it a little bit as to why YouTube are doing it. But obviously they want to be all this family friendly and everything, and I thought when it was all starting, I thought, oh, that is because of swearing in videos, so they don't want that unless maybe if you did sort of declare your videos as adult and only 18 and overs can watch them. It might not be such a bad thing for your channel then, as long as most of your audience are over 18. That's a bit weird. I thought where I was going to end up down a load of country lanes. I went down like one little country lane and I ended up on main roads. I'm going to go back the way I came and see if there's any turn-offs. It don't matter, it's just enjoying the ride, enjoying the bike, it's all good. But I sort of like just had a quick look on their, let's go down there, see if this is anything. I had a look on their policies site bit to see what their policies are on that, because that was a bit confusing, because a lot of the bigger moto vloggers like Baker X Derek and Jake the Garden Snake have moaned a lot about their videos being demonetised because of all this, and Derek has not bothered like censoring his videos or anything. He's just carried on regardless and just cool. Smart place, but it's probably a hotel or something. Yeah, he's just carried on anyway, and just hope they sort it out. But I won't be surprised if some of his videos, if he does ask for a manual review, oh shit, I won't be surprised if they do sort them out. What is going on now, man? I keep going down these country roads and all of a sudden I end up at weird dead ends and a big ass paddle. And a dirt road. Let's see what's up it. Fuck it. But yeah, I won't be surprised if he asks for a review that his get monetised. Yeah, it's going to be a dead end, isn't it? So, I see horses or something. Better turn round. Because he doesn't, although he does swear in his videos a fair bit, it's not constant and all the way through and all that sort of thing really, but I suppose some of them are a bit worse than others. But the way YouTube looks at it is, it's okay if you do sort of swear a bit now and then in your videos, that's absolutely fine. They're not going to demonetize them. I'll ignore them videos and let them go. But if you're swearing constantly, being really rude and all that sort of thing, then they will demonetize it. Because I thought any swearing they're going to demonetize it and that, so I thought my videos are going to start getting demonetized, but they, at first at least, didn't. Because yeah, I swear now and then just in normal conversation as most people do. So I thought that was going to cause problems when it first happened, but I thought I'll just carry on anyway, see how it goes, and everything seemed fine, man. But lately, a lot of my videos have also been demonetized either shortly after or straight away after uploading them, or even like a day or two later, which is slightly more annoying because it's like it was fine when it first went up, so how's it got bad now, sort of thing, you know. But I know now that as long as you're only swearing now and again, it's absolutely fine, you know. You just got to be a little careful. Down this one, go down this one. Stop. Hope I'm picking the right one this time. There's not another. Down. This is weird. Pretty cool. You probably can't see how steep that was. That was fairly steep. Made it fun. I hope be careful, it's all dirty and shit. Not enough people come down this way. But yeah, that's the thing, you know. At least we know now that as long as if you do swear in your videos, just keep it just as long as it's not constant. Keep it to a minimum if you can. Your videos will be fine. What I have noticed also, because I do it, if they do demonetize it, even if your video hasn't had the 1,000 views within a week, what is going on? Oh my god, I just ended up at House Nice Porsche. All these country roads that look like normal country roads have ended up being dead ends. Oh my god. I'm not coming round this way anymore, I don't like it. That's really annoying. Still enjoying the ride, it's still nice, apart from all the dirt on the road. Yeah, but at least you know, as long as if you do swear a lot, just cut out a few of the swear words maybe if you can. If you can't, just leave them in and hope for the best, that's fine, because as long as you're not swearing too much. As long as you're not swearing too much, like I say, you're absolutely fine. And as I was saying, I don't think I finished. If you request a review, most of the time, after sometimes a few hours, sometimes it takes a couple of days, I've noticed, but your video will then be remonetized again. So that's absolutely fine, you know. It's a bit annoying that you might lose a bit of revenue, especially when you don't get much anyway, but that don't matter to me right now at all really, because as of the 20th of February, because I haven't got the 1,000 subscribers, my whole channel is going to be demonetized anyway, so yeah, so that don't really matter too much at the moment for me. But for those who are above the threshold of 4,000 hours in a year, which I am actually above, which is pretty good, you know, because of my CBT videos and my Mod 1 videos, that, you know, I get the hours luckily, but I just haven't got the subscribers. You have to be a little careful with your tags as well, you know, because you've got to make sure your tags are not rude and stuff, and make sure they're relevant to the video, because otherwise they can cause issues. Probably less likely so, but so now you know, you can swear in your videos, but don't be swearing constantly and being obnoxiously rude and all that sort of thing all the time, and YouTube won't bother about it. And if you do ask for a review, even though you haven't got the 1,000 views they say is required to review them within the first week, then they seem to still review them, because I never get 1,000 views within a week for most of my videos. Well, all of them really, but apart from some of the ones that have been up for a long time do well, like I say, the CBT videos, they usually get that sort of views most of the time. So, but my other ones don't, but they still seem to review them, because they do, like I say, usually get remonetised within a few hours or a few days. Hope I didn't repeat myself too much, and I hope I got the message across clearly enough so you can look out for yourself and don't worry about swearing too much as you're riding around and talking, because you can, like I say, you can cut the odd one out if you like. If it's on the end of a sentence, it's easy to cut out, and if not, just leave them in, because as long as it's not constant, you should be okay. But always ask for a manual review if they do demonetize it, even if you're not getting the 1,000 views in the week. I think I'll end the video there. I hope you enjoyed it anyway, even though we found a couple of dead ends and stuff. That's still a fun little ride. Hopefully in a few months' time I'll be able to sell this for a decent enough price. I've looked after it and stuff, and hopefully get a decent old bike, but bigger bike, so we can go out to the coast and other places and just go further afield to enjoy riding a bike on a nice sunny day. So anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next video.
Compadre, black and white, white and ivory, and black ebony. They can't step to me, weaponry is heavenly. They can't see us in the 313 vicinity. Hey yo, M, ha, what ha, up? Ha, ha. Ha ha, I come in like ha ha, I'm in like nah nah. And y'all don't wanna see me cause I'm ill with the skill.